Okay, welcome everyone. As we finish the 8th parak of Kesuvos tonight in our Mishna Yomis travel, sponsored by the Fisher family, Nishmas Basi Bas Rabbi Shalom Ben Avram Alevi, Peril Bas Ruvain. We also sponsored Nishmas Chaim Ben Avram Ben Yom Beinish for Shalem for Yomis Ben Chaisar for the Schus of Avram Ben Yom Beinish Ben Malki Yehudis and family, by your Krugman and family for the Parnasa Berevach of Chavan and for the Shalema of Meir Ben Chaisara. And we are holding, we're learning tonight Mishna Zayin and Ches at the conclusion of the 8th parak. So if Ruvain dies and Sarah falls to Shimon for Yibum, now we know that since Sarah is catapulted to Shimon by Shemayim, he didn't choose to marry her, but he has a mitzvah of Yibum, so we don't make Shimon provide her a ksuva. Rather, the ksuva is from the estate of his dead brother Ruvain, who he inherits. Now, since he has to have that money available for the ksuva, we restrict how he uses it. So, hiniach ochiv mois, if Ruvain left Shimon cash, since it has to be available for the ksuva of his wife, so Yilokach B'em Karka, he buys with it real estate, V'oichel Peris, and he enjoys the use of fruit, but he can't just use the cash. Peris Hatlushim in a Karka, if Ruvain left Peris that were detached from the ground, that's like cash, Yilokach B'em Karka, so Shimon should buy with it real estate, V'oichel Peris, and he gets to use the use of fruit, while the Karka is there for the lien of the Ksuva. Let's say that Shimon inherits from Ruvain land with already Peris attached to it. So what we do is we evaluate the value of the land with the fruit and without the fruit. Amar Meir, Shamanai son, Kamahin Yofen bePeris, how much the land is worth with the fruit attached, v'kamein yofim b'loy peris, how much is worth without the fruit. So let's say the land is worth 4,000. With the fruit, it's worth 6,000. So the difference, 2,000, Shimon takes $2,000 and buys other real estate. He buys with it real estate that becomes hers. I mean, not becomes hers, but becomes meshubed to the ksuva, and he enjoys the use of it. The Chacham disagree. The Chacham maimrim, Peris ha-mechubarim b'karkas shaloi. Since what grows from the ground, it belongs to the husband, to the Yavam, to Shimon, so if he inherits from Ruvain land with fruit, if the fruit is attached to the ground, he gets to keep it. Hatlushin min ha-karka, that which is detached at the time that Ruvain dies, since that's like, it's not meshubah to the ksuva because it's immovable, so then kol ha-koidim zochben, whoever gets their hands on it first gets to keep it. If Sarah gets her hands on it first, she keeps it. If he gets his hand on his first, then he buys with it land and he gets the fruit. Kodam hu, if he gets it first, zocha, he gets it, excuse me, strike that. Kodam hu, if he gets it first, he keeps it. Zoch. Kodme he, if she gets it first, so then Yilokach B'em Karka, we buy with it real estate, V'oichel Peris, and he gets the use of fruit. Now, here we have a very major halacha in Yibum. If he's miyabim Sarah, if Shimon is miyabim Sarah, harihi ki ishtay l'chol davar. She's like his wife in all matters. This teaches us two very, very important halachas. That means that if afterwards Shimon wants to divorce her, he could divorce her, and he doesn't have to give chalitza, because the zika, the levered attachment, was already removed with the yibum. She's like a regular wife. He could divorce her just with a get. He doesn't have to do chalitza also. But there's even a bigger chiddush. She's like a wife that if he divorces her, he could marry her back. Now you would say, no, you can't marry her back. It's his brother's wife. It's Eishes Achiv. And it's Eishes Achiv Shalei B'Makom Mitzvah because he already fulfilled the mitzvah of Yibum. No. Once he married her, she's like a regular wife who he could take back. Except Ubelvad, shetek Kesuvos al nichsei bal harishon. The ksuva is not his responsibility. The ksuva is from the estate of the dead husband, of his brother, because like we explained, he didn't choose to marry her. Now, he can't say, he inherited a lot of property from his brother. So he says, it's a shame not to use this property. The ksuva is 200, I'll put aside 200, and I can use everything else. No. Here's the ksuva, I'm going to use everything else. No. All of the property of Ruvain is Meshubata Ksuva. He can't liquidate any of it. He could enjoy the benefits, but he can't liquidate any of it. And the same thing is true with a husband. Here's your ksuva, and I could do whatever I want with the rest of the stuff. All of his property is meshubed, is mortgaged to our ksuva payment. Gersha, if Shimon divorces his Yavama, then ein lo ela ksuvasa, then she just gets the ksuva, and the rest he could use. Hirzira, if he takes her back, let's say he divorced her, he didn't pay out the ksuva yet, and he takes her back, that's like any malzagushase, any husband that takes back his wife. If he didn't pay up the ksuva yet, we don't say, well, pay up the whole ksuva and promise her no ksuva. No. He takes her back on mind that is still the first ksuva in place. The ein lo ela ksuva bilvad. So here also, if he takes back Sarah after he divorces her, he doesn't have to pay out the old ksuva and now give her a new ksuva. The old ksuva is still in place from the estate of his dead brother. We'll stop over here, Rabbi Isai. Don't forget that tomorrow night we have, after the daf, Chumashir, wonderful Chumashir being planned with the help of Hashem. And have a wonderful night, everybody.